recently I heard about you following, mention about following your heart.
Yes.
And recently I met somebody that has challenged me the way I love, meaning that I really love this person.
Yes.
And I want to go visit her in Canada.
All right, goodbye.
But but it seems that I always keep bringing this idea.
Why are you still standing here?
Money.
Money?
Yeah, I feel.
You think money's the only way to get to Canada?
Well, it seems that I bring that issue a lot. That if I go, I'm gonna put myself more in debt.
I see. So you have a belief system that says you are not supported by your reality. And you have a belief or definition about abundance that says money is the only and most likely way that abundance can be represented in your society.
I guess so.
All right. Yeah. Money is perfectly a fine way, and you can attract more if you wish, but there are also other ways to attract abundance, because abundance really is just the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it.
I heard the definition soon, and I was really moved by that.
All right.
Yeah.
In your imagination, just as an exercise, is there some other way you could imagine being able to get to Canada without necessarily having to have as much money as you think?
I believe
just
so.
In your imagination.
Yes.
How? Describe what your imagination has come up with as another possible way to get to Canada without having so much money.
Well, the other possibility was that I had was that that the money will come regardless, because I've been.
That's fine, but I'm not asking you for the other quote-unquote practical things that might occur. I'm asking you to use your imagination and come up with a hypothetical idea, an imaginary way that might be possible to go to Canada. Do you want me to start the ball rolling?
Yes.
All right. Let me ask you this question first. Do you love this person?
Well, I recently met her, and she really challenges me the way I want to feel love.
All right. So is the answer yes?
Yes.
Thank you. By the way, just a hint, it might help you if you actually shorten your definitions.
Uh-huh.
All right? Instead of making things so complicated.
Okay.
All right? Now, if you... Oh, well, all right. Well, let me ask, do you have a preferred way of getting to Canada in terms of vehicular travel? Can you drive one of your automobiles there?
No.
Why?
My car probably won't make it.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right. Can you take a train?
Yes. Did they go all the way to Canada?
Would you prefer to take a plane?
Yes. I guess because I don't want to take time from work for too long, which
Am I asking you for any of this detail in your imaginary scenario?
No.
You see, here's my point, and you're really illustrating it very strongly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to have an imaginary scenario, and yet, even in your imaginary scenario, you still don't want to take time off from work.
Yeah.
In your imaginary scenario, you don't have that consideration.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yes, I'm following.
All right. So, imagining that you could just get up and go is a plane your preferred method of travel?
Yes.
All right. Where in Canada is this person?
Vancouver.
Vancouver. All right. So, you are saying you do not have the money to buy a plane ticket to Vancouver?
Yes.
All right. Are you saying you also don't have the time?
Yes.
All right. Would you rather find someone else closer to home that you do have time to see and don't need money to go travel to?
No.
No. All right. That's fine. Just making sure what's going on in your definition. Now then, how much time would you like to spend with her in Vancouver?
A week.
1 week. All right. In your imaginary scenario, is it possible for you to ask for a week off in your work?
Yes.
All right. So that's not a problem, yes?
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh, thank you. Now, can you go to the travel agency and say, this is the money I have. Can you help me get to Vancouver on this much money? Can you do that?
Yes.
Do you believe they will help you with the money you have? Hesitation means no.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you go to the airline and say, my true love is in Vancouver? I can't get there, I don't have the money. Can you please help me get there? Can you do that?
Yes.
Yes. Do you believe that might actually work? No. Do you know that there are people that exist on your planet who do those things and it does work?
Yes.
Why can't you be one of them? That's the question. I'm waiting.
I get it. I get it.
You did
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No expectation, but I am suggesting you give yourself free rein to be a little bit more imaginative in your actual physical approach, not just in your mind,
Yeah.
but in actually doing these silly, crazy things, because that's actually how life works. And by doing that, don't do it with expectation, because it's not that we're saying that those things might be the way you will get there, but just doing that will get you out of your own way, which is the only thing stopping you from going. It'll loosen you up, show you what's possible, and you might be surprised at the responses you will actually get. You follow me?
Yes.
Let yourself be a little bit crazy. Don't worry, in time, everyone else will join you. Are you willing to loosen up and be a little bit more experimental in the way you think things need to be done?
Most definitely.
All right, have fun with it. No expectation. Just play. And by all means, do let us know what happens.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
Yes.
Now let's talk about and exercise another technique for breaking patterns, for shattering expectations and old ideas. Each and every one of you already knows that you, the total you, is a number of complex personalities, that you can be any personality you want at any given moment, and that, as we have discussed before, when you change the personality, by changing the belief, by changing the emotion, by changing the thought patterns, that you are literally becoming a different person. Well, we can use this to break yourself out of old cycles. And it will help you to take this statement even more literally than you may have in the past, to begin to truly play out these different personas that you can create yourself to be. So, for example, if you find that you are doing something that you feel is a repetition, allow yourself to call upon one of the unlimited aspects, one of the unlimited personalities that you are. Become, act like that new persona, and approach the situation as that new person would. You may immediately find that the new persona isn't even able to relate to the so-called problem or habit or pattern that the other persona used to experience. And we are talking about a very big shift, and it is a real shift. And you can examine and explore whether or not you wish to continue from that point forward to incorporate aspects of the new persona instead of the persona that had the habit. Oh, well, Bashar, isn't that cheating? Isn't that just ignoring the problem? Isn't that avoiding the issue? Doesn't have to be. Depends on how you go about it. Depends on what you put into it. Depends on how you understand it, how you utilize it. Yes, if you are saying that changing personalities is a way to simply avoid looking at something about yourself that really needs looking at, if you are not facing your fear by pretending it's no longer there, when in fact it is something that would be most constructive for you to face, then by all means you are not doing what we are now alluding to. However, what we are saying is that you can use and understand these other personalities as real people. Real people. Every bit as real as the personality you are exhibiting now. Because the personality you are exhibiting now is only your construction, is only your projection, and it only serves to express the notion that your consciousness chooses to be at any given moment. If you can create a true paradigm shift and really allow yourself to be another persona and know that you are not just running away from something that you need to look at about yourself, then you can literally unlock yourself from a pattern that another persona exhibited. Because you are no longer that person, literally. No matter how you think you look in the mirror, doesn't matter. You are no longer the person you used to be. So, let us practice this technique now. I would like a volunteer. One volunteer. All right. All right, sit down, and now stand up, and now, or what? All three, but come forward. All right. Now, allow yourself to name any situation at all in your life that represents a pattern to you that you would like to change. Name it out loud.
I would like to change the pattern of worrying about finances.
I would like to change the pattern of worrying about finances. All right. Now, the persona that said that is one persona. Stay as that persona for a moment. Stay as that persona. Stay where you are. Stay as that persona. Are you still that persona? All right. Do you still feel that persona's habitual worry about finances? Yes? You should if you are still that persona. You have already changed? All right. What have you changed into?
Changing into a trusting persona that the environment provides.
All right. You are making a change in that direction. However, we are going to now begin to institute in you and to show others that the kind of changes we're talking about are far more drastic than what you are exhibiting now. All right? All right. Now, let's use your imagination at this moment. Conjure up a personality, a persona that is, in your imagination, abundant, fully abundant, has absolutely no concept of lack of abundance, does not think about the time when they were not abundant, because no such time has ever existed in their life. This is not a before and after personality. This persona in your imagination is a personality that is abundant, always has been abundant, and has absolutely no notion of being anything but abundant. Has no way to relate to the concept of lack of abundance. Have you conjured that personality up in your imagination?
Yes.
All right? Now, can you describe the difference, the primary differences in feeling between the old personality that was still focused on lack of abundance and this new personality that knows nothing but abundance? Can you, for us, give a description of the difference in the feeling between those two personalities?
The feeling of the old person being concerned about finances, lack of abundance, there's a feeling of restriction, fear, worry, anxiety, ill health.
Feeling and restriction and worry and anxiety and ill health, all these feelings, all right, and unbalance. And the abundant persona, how does that persona feel? Radiant, glowing,
Exuberantly happy,
all right, you had to check there, you weren't sure, all right, exuberantly happy,
self-fulfilled,
self-fulfilled, creative, absolutely wonderful. All right, now, let's focus on that second set of feelings. Imagine feeling radiant. Feel radiant for a moment. Just focus on the idea of feeling radiant. Can you feel that? Feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel it as strongly as you can, all of you. Feel radiant as strongly as you can. Just feel radiance. Just for a moment. Just feel that. Just radiance. Breathe in accord. Pay close attention to all the changes that occur in your physical body as you are feeling radiance. Pay attention to your posture, how it changes, how your breathing changes, how your temperature changes, how your outlook and attitude changes. Pay attention to all these differences. Feel them. Revel in them. Try them on. Stretch into them. Open up to more. Feel yourself becoming more expansive, willing to experience more. As you radiate more, you will be willing to open up to experience more. Feel yourself expanding. Are you beginning to feel like you're expanding to the point where you almost can't contain the feeling? All right. The laugh is the correct response. Yes. All right. Very good. Now take a deep breath. Let it out. Relax. All right. Now, what else? What other feeling did you say you had when you were the abundant personality? Self-fulfilled. All right? Feel that. Focus on self-fulfillment. Contentment. Self-fulfillment. Always knowing. Always knowing. Not thinking about it. Knowing. Without a doubt. Without a sliver of a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are always doing the thing that is best for you, the thing that excites you the most, the thing that is truest for you, that you are fulfilled, knowing that you will always feel fulfilled every single moment, that there is no other way you can feel. Feel that. Feel that now. Feel nothing but that. Revel in that. Revel in it. Feel self-fulfilled, confident, assured, strong, powerful, expressive, enlightened, open, sharing, trusting, loving, unconditionally, creative, active, healthy, buoyant, girlant, all those things. Yes, light enough to laugh, self-fulfill, grounded, anchored, and yet light, exuberant, knowing. Notice that it is not the same thing as egotistical. Because some of you allowed the idea of a comparison of ego to come into it, just so you could check, just to make sure that you are not being selfish, not being egotistical. It is not the same thing. Confidence, knowingness, self-assuredness. You are fulfilled. You reach out and whatever you need is there. Always, without fail. There is no such concept as something not being there when you need it. You are completely fulfilled. Are you feeling these things still?
Yes.
All right. Now, I want you to do something for a moment. I want you now, for a moment, to go back to the personality that has the doubts, that feels the lack of abundance, that has the worries, that has the fears, that feels the patterns, the entrapment, and the diminishment. Do you feel that? All right. All right. Can you feel how different that is between the way you want to feel? All right. Let that feeling of worry, of doubt, let that feeling become foreign, alien, not you. See how different that is. Once you have been given a taste of fulfillment, a taste of radiance, understand how unlike you, the real you, that worrisome personality actually is. That the radiant you is the real you, the true you, the natural you, and that the worried you is the foreign you, the not you, the learned you, the artificial you. Now, just for the purpose of demonstration, well, all right, we thank you very much. You may sit down. We request another volunteer. Thank you. You may continue this in your seat. Another volunteer. All right. Get back in the seat of the person who is coming up. The person who left, sit in the seat of the person who is coming up. All right. The next volunteer. Now, have you been feeling what we've already been talking about? All right. All right. Stand up, come forward. All right. Occupy the place the last person occupied. Now. Standing. You're sorry? That must be the old you. All right. Does that feel good? All right, then that's where it is. That's your space. That's your spot. All right. That's the new you. Now, you are still feeling those aspects of radiance and self-fulfillment? Yes? Are you sure? Yes. All right. Thank you. Just checking. Now, name a pattern that the old you had, that you are changing now. Is it getting more difficult to find one? All right. Very good. Now do this. Pick up one foot and plant it firmly on the ground, and the other foot and plant it firmly on the ground. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. You are now on a journey. You are now walking, taking your steps confidently. All of you, back and forth. Walk, stand or sit, but walk, walk, journey, journey. You are now moving through life, moving through the life that you chose, beat by beat by beat. Not too fast, not too slow, just moving confidently, striding ahead. 1, 2, 1, 2. Rowing your oars. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bring back some past life memories, does it? 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep walking. 1, 2. You are striding ahead. 1, 2. Feeling the warrior spirit. Feeling the journeying spirit, the wandering monk, traveling through life, looking, beholding, absorbing, taking it all in, yet moving, always moving, yet at such a pace that you are also always rested, always at peace, delighting in everything that you see, delighting in every encounter. But things always move. It is always fresh, always new. Understand and allow to be a portion of the idea that you are from this moment forward, that every step is a new you, a new moment, and that the notion of habit, the notion of pattern, has nowhere to anchor. One step may have a habit, but with the very next step, you're a new you. So where can the habit rest? Nowhere. There is nowhere for the habit to settle in, because you are always moving ahead, always moving forward, creating a new now, always creating yourself anew, feeling this persona, that persona, this persona, that persona, new, every second, new earth, everything around you, new, habit, gone, new habit, gone, new habit, gone. Every step might contain a habit, but with the very next step, it's gone, because you're moving, never static, always creating anew, flowing. Now keep walking. Now with this, allow your imagination the following series of pictures. See yourself, man, woman. See yourself as a man, a woman, a man, a woman, a man, a woman, a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, a boy, a girl, a boy, a girl, back and forth. See yourself as a rock, a tree, a fish, a cloud, the sky, the earth, a stream. See yourself changing. Never the same thing twice. Never the same thing twice. A butterfly here, a butterfly there is never the same butterfly. Always there will be a slight difference to let you know that you are always different, never really in a habit, never really in a pattern. Can you keep up the pace, even though I am not keeping cadence with my voice? All right, come on. 1, 2, 1, 2. But that's a pattern, isn't it? All right, all right. You may stop. All right. Now, do this. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. No, no, no. 3. All right. Just to break it up a little bit. Now, how are you feeling? All right. And who are you? And what is that new person? Empowered. All right. Now, one more volunteer. All right. Take the seat of the person coming up.
I want to say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? Once again, we take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for allowing this transmission to occur through this particular window, on this particular day, and in this particular manner. Once again, each and every time you allow this transmission to be translated through this gateway in this way, it affords our civilization an opportunity to experience new facets and new aspects of creation through the interaction of each and every one of you and your unique presentation of creation. So we thank you for this gift of sharing. We would like to begin this transmission this day of your time with the following notion. We would like to call this following subject the eye of the beholder. We have recently discussed with some of you a new understanding, a new perspective to the question that some of you have had for many years. We have heard many of your people ask about when certain kinds of contact with extraterrestrial species would occur more openly, and we have discussed with many of you for many years some of the reasons as to why this is not yet appropriate. We have talked, and we will now recap briefly the idea about how when civilizations are full of people that are operating on a particular wavelength, a particular frequency of energy, and if that frequency is lower in general than the frequency of energy exhibited by another civilization, then to put the higher frequency civilization in contact with the lower frequency civilization before the lower frequency civilization is ready can actually do harm, because when two frequencies are brought together, the higher one tends to overwhelm the lower one in the specific manner of forcing the lower frequency to speed up. And when your frequency speeds up, that is representative of all the things you have hidden within your consciousness, your psyche, all the fears, all the doubts, being forced to the surface before you may be ready to integrate them, to process them at your own pace, in your own way. And so, civilizations that are of higher frequency, who have respect, will not force themselves upon a lower frequency civilization. And by lower frequency, of course, once again, this is not meant in a judgmental way. It is simply that different people, different civilizations are at different places evolutionarily. And it must be, shall we say, cautionary in how these contacts are made, so as not to do damage, so as not to disrupt, but in respectful manner. And we have talked about this many times. Now, we would like to add one more idea, one more understanding of the effect that encountering an alien species would have upon many of you. Many of you already know that when certain occurrences, life-changing occurrences, happen to you, you look at things very differently. Your perspective of life changes. Your perspective of other people changes. This would be greatly amplified were you to suddenly, at this present point in your evolution, come face to face with some species of other civilizations. In seeing them in knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are, in your terms, real and present, it would alter not only how you look at things in general, but very specifically would alter how you look at members of your own species. You would never look at humans the same way again. To actually encounter a member of another race from another civilization changes your perspective about all life, all consciousness, especially because of the difference in frequency that you would be subjected to in encountering another species. And when you turn back around and look at your own species, you will not see them the same way. You will not necessarily even see them as real. You will no longer be able to relate to them in the same way. And while there is nothing intrinsically wrong with this, when done without proper preparation, it can be to some degree damaging in your outlook in life. Damaging because you will no longer feel that you fit in, even more so than many of you feel that way now. And the idea is that would literally be alienating to many of you. It is important, from our perspective at least, in our opinion at least, that you remain cohesive even in the changes that you make. For even as many of you change, and even as many of you feel very different from other members of your society, you are still of a kind. You are still of an ilk. The difference we are talking about, the profoundness of the change, would be something beyond what you are used to experiencing. You would truly, in many ways, be alien. And it would not serve you to not be able to fit in certain ways at this time. Until such time as the integration within each and every one of you has taken place to a greater degree than it has right now, until that time, then, physical contact is held back on the part of most species. We know that there are, of course, certain species that are in connection, are in contact with your species, but these have very different agendas, are interacting for very different reasons, and are of very different vibration than many of the species we are talking about that have higher resonances. So do not be impatient for this. The most important thing is to make contact with yourselves, to integrate yourselves, to recognize the differences, to cherish them, to amplify and expand in creative ways upon the diversity within your own culture before you are ready to take the step in learning how to integrate the differences and diversity in other cultures altogether. So we simply offer to you this additional reason for why there is specificity in the timing of when these things will occur. It will not really be so very long. Again, as we have said, the beginnings of some of these encounters will occur within the next decade and will increase and accelerate thereafter as certain changes occur in your society. The point is to simply live your life, not detach yourself from earthly concerns, but recognize that you chose to be where you are for your own reasons, and the idea is to get in touch with those reasons so that you can help not only change yourself, but help others change in beneficial and positive ways according to their own desires and choices, so that in so doing and cherishing your own diversity, you then create the blending and the integration necessary to be capable of presenting yourself as a cohesive planet to other cohesive planets. Then and there will contact be made. Only when you meet us halfway. Until such time, this is the nature of contact now, in that people have been, so to speak, trained to allow conversation and communication and transmissions to occur in this and other similar manners, so that we can have an exchange of ideas without forcing our presence upon you, so that we can leave it up to you to decide whether or not you believe we are real. For we do not care if you believe we are real. We know we are real. The thing that matters is whether you believe in yourselves. That is the most important thing we can impart to any of you. You must believe in yourself first and foremost. For each of you is a unique aspect of creation and worthy of absolute, full recognition of that fact and unconditional support in that knowing. We thank you for allowing us to share this point of view with you this day of your time. And once again, in return for the gift that you are giving to our world, in allowing us to share in this exchange with you, I ask in return, in what way may I be of service to you now?
What you put out is what you get back. Can you explain that more?
Yes. Many people misunderstand the idea that when they attract something or someone who may have certain issues, they think it's a one-to-one reflection. That's not what we're saying. Just because someone comes into your life that may have certain issues doesn't mean you have them too. But when it's what you put out is what you get back is the idea that you may be attracting people that need help from you, that you are able to help them. Therefore, you have put out something that attracts people you can be of help to. So it's not a one-to-one reflection idea. It's what you put out will bring you what it is you have agreed to serve, what it is you have agreed to be of assistance with. Although you can always, of course, examine yourself and be honest as to whether someone coming into your life who has issues does have issues that you have too, so that you can see that self-reflection where it is relevant. But if you realize it's not relevant, then you understand there may be a completely different reason why you have attracted them, but you have attracted them for some reason. So when we say what you put out is what you get back, that doesn't mean it's a one-to-one reflection of what they have, you have too.
Yes. And for instance, I'm of service for a living. I help people. I do readings and channelings and such.
Yes.
And we talked about value and worth, and I'm working through that, and I understand that to the extent that I understand that. My question is more like, if I know from the feedback that I get that what I put out is very helpful to people, then at what point does what I get back be very helpful to me, resourcefully, network-wise, opportunity-wise?
All right, well, now you're putting conditions on your passion.
Yeah. No, I mean, yes. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
you are. You have to do your passion purely for its own sake. Then you will get supported by the whole because you're supporting the whole. It may support you in ways that are unusual or unexpected. That's why it's so important in the formula to have no insistence and no assumption as to what the outcome should be. And if you have those conditions and insistences and assumptions about what you think you're supposed to get back by being of service to others, then you are not precisely following the formula.
Okay. So it's not so much a supposed to thing, but it's more like if you've taken all the avenues that you're aware of to pursue your passions and maintaining a positive state and taking it as far as you can go, regardless of how it looks, yes. And then you're not getting feedback that seems positive or at least neutral, right? Maybe neutral, but like positive. For instance, if we talked about me publishing books, writing books, correct?
Yes.
And I have written books. At that time, I was thinking we were talking about a fiction book that I was writing, but I've written other kinds of books.
Yes.
And for instance, I'm writing a book about the history of tarot before it reached Europe.
All right. And why are you writing that? Why are you writing it?
Because it's exciting to me to put the pieces together.
All right. Stop. That's it. Nothing else. No other reason, no other connections, no other conditions. You are writing it because it's exciting to you to write it. Write it. Do your best to get it out there. Whoever needs to receive it will receive it. Who doesn't need to receive it won't. End of story. Do it because it's your passion. There is no condition that you need to attach to doing it. Just do it because it's who you are. Put it out there because it's who you are. Move on to the next thing. Whatever the responses are what the responses need to be. You have to know that someone is getting value out of it, or you wouldn't be excited to create it.
Mhm.
And that's all there is to it, period. We do these sharings, these transmissions, with absolutely no agenda that anyone has to take what we're saying into their life. We do it because it's who we are. What you do with it is none of our business. So we don't put conditions on doing what we do. We do it because it is purely representative of our passion to give, to be of service. That's it. We have no insistence, no assumption, and no expectation about what must come back in return. That's not a reason to do it. You do it because it's who you are, and you have no choice but to do it. Period.
Okay, and with humanity, do we ever have to negotiate that with like the mass consensus agreement?
If you are excited about doing it, it's already been negotiated. Because if you can do it, the fact that you are able to do it shows you that it's already within the agreement with the mass consensus. And again, it can be within the agreement of the mass consensus, even if only one person in the mass consensus responds to it. That's still within the agreement. So don't worry about who responds, how they respond, how many respond. All of those are conditions you do not need to focus on. Just purely act on your excitement, knowing someone is getting a benefit out of it, or you wouldn't be excited to do it. Because that would make no sense. It's got to be part of the mass consensus. If you can do it, it's part of the agreement. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be excited about it. It wouldn't fit at all.